Do you hear that sound? That's the sound of anticipation. It's your one last moment to catch a breath before the unknown becomes known. Because once that green flag drops, everything is suddenly on the line. Your fenders may fold, your bumpers may break. Watch that car spinning, and watch the one flying over your head. It's a race of attrition, and all that matters is that you beat second place to the line. And you say you want to become champion, so what else are you waiting for? Let's go chase for the cup. We are under the floodlights here in the hills of Tennessee for race number 5 of season number 9 for the NASCAR Miscraft Cup Series. Bristol Motor Speedway brings us to the second half of the regular season. We're getting closer and closer to the chase, and these guys are starting to feel the tension as we come into the last great Coliseum. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell to keep up with the rest of the season here in the Miscraft Cup Series. It is shaping up to be a fantastic season. So take a look at some of the drivers look out for you here today. Chase Elliott, he is first in points, the leader after winning in Phoenix one race ago, but he's starting deep here tonight, and he is 32 points above the cut line. He's going to have to, stay in the fight here tonight to keep that points advantage. A little bit further ahead of him is his teammate William Byron, starting 11th tonight. He was fastest in final practice. He's 4th in points at 11 points above the chase cut line, and he is looking strong here early this season, been close to a couple of wins. And Ryan Blaney has had a miserable season so far. A 2-time champion of the series, and he is 23rd in points, but he starts on pole here tonight, so that advantage for tonight's race is looking pretty good. Let's go take a look at the starting lineup. Row number 16 brings us Daniel Suarez and Eric Jones. Then you have Carson Hocevar and Ryan Preece. Ahead of them is going to be Todd Gilliland and Michael McDowell. Those two are Front Row Motorsports teammates. Then you have Josh Berry and Chase Briscoe, a couple of SHR drivers. They have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Tyler McDonald starting deep in the field. They have Noah Gregson and Tyler Reddick at the 45. Then you have Christopher Bell and Harrison Burton. In the top 20 now, it's Ross Chastain and Austin Cindric. And then you're going to have the 6 of Brad Keselowski and the 07 of Blake Garcia. Then you have Chase Elliott and Alex Bowman, a couple of Hendrick boys right there. Then you have William Byron, another one, and Kyle Busch. Here's your top 10. Kyle Larson starts 5th in the Valvoline machine here tonight. Then is Austin Dillon for RCR starting 9th here today. Ahead of him is going to be a fantastic qualifying effort for John Hunter Nemechek, first time back since Daytona. Then you have Bubba Wallace there starting in 7th position of the McDonald's machine. He was your Daytona 500 winner. Then you have Denny Hamlin of the 11 car starting pretty good here today. Then you have Joey Logano in the top 5 here for Penske. Ahead of him is going to be the number 54, Ty Gibbs. Fantastic starting spot for him. And then you're going to have the 17 of Chris Buescher for RFK. Front row now, it's going to be the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Just announced his retirement for all of Cup Series racing this year. And Ryan Blaney starts on pole here tonight for Team Penske. It'll be a 15-lap race here tonight. 32 cars onto the docket here. We got a low line. It's going to be, one of the key places to be early in this race as the high line starts to work in. At the track opened in 1961, half mile, 24 to 28 degree progressive banked, Bristol Motor Speedway. Cars are fired up and we're rolling off here out of the Bristol Motor Speedway. If you head on down to CircuitDiecast.com and use the code NFCS Racing, you can get discounted shipping on hats, t-shirts, diecasts, and more. And it is bound to be a fantastic race here today. 15 laps, bumper to bumper. Temper is going to be boiling here today. It's going to be a good one here as these cars get ready to go onto the loud pedal in Bristol. And off at turn number 4 for the first time today. Green flag is shown for Ryan Blaney. Down through turns 1 and 2 and onto the back straightaway side by side for a second as Blaney gets away clear into turn number 3. A little bit of contact with Truex. They're 3 wide off of turn number 4 as Blaney leads lap number 1. Truex from second all the way down to 4th, maybe even outside the top 5 as he's still 3 wide trying to negotiate around Joey Logano there. He'll settle into the 4th position here onto the front straightaways. Ryan Blaney now getting hounded by the 54 Ty Gibbs. He's up the racetrack side by side for the point. The Monster Energy machine goes to the front. Off of turn number 4, Ty Gibbs looking for his first ever Miscraft Cup Series win. He's already 3 positions up this early in this race here. Down the back into turn number 3. Top 5 single file. Now here's Bubba Wallace to the inside of Joey Logano. Larson way up top. The first guy to really do that all day today. Hendrick Motorsports not surprised for that number 5 car. Down the back straightaway we go. The top 10 looking pretty stable here. Everyone minding their P's and Q's early in this race as Truex rebounds back to 3rd. He'll take that position away from Buescher as we're already a third of the way through this race. 3 wide mid-pack here. Look at the 6 car little contact with Alex Bowman as he goes to the very top side of the racetrack to rim ride and get that position back. Truex now under attack, attacking the 12 of Ryan Blaney here. As down to turn number 3, there's a big crash. McDonald's around. So is Chase Briscoe. And it looked like Michael McDowell was up into the wall as well, as we're under the yellow flag for the first time tonight, just at halfway. Let's see what will happen here. Heading into turn number 3, McDonald got turned by the 14. I don't know if the 74 was trying to get low or if the 14 didn't turn down enough. Either way, both of those guys made contact, and somehow the rest of the field coming in did not make any contact with them. See Aaron Jones, a close call there. Same for Harrison Burton, as it looks like the 14 and the 74 cars will be able to continue with just minimal damage to their race cars. But that's definitely going to cause some troubles here at Bristol as we take to the choose cone. Ty Gibbs takes to the inside lane there. Truex back to the outside where he started this race. And we're going to restart here on lap number 9 out of 15, just past halfway in this race. Gibbs on the inside, Truex on the out. We're going to take it back to the loud pedal here. Green flag's back in the air. The 17 does not get going. They're 3 wide already back to turn number 1. 3 wide, they're going to have to negotiate this one on the backstretch. Tight racing there as Gibbs tries to run away from the field here. Look at this mess right here off turn 4. They're going to spin. Denny Hamlin gets turned. So does Chris Buescher. Oh, big, massive crash into turn number 1. Heavy impacts from the 9 and Chase Elliott, it looked like, into the 17 as oil just pours down the banking at turn number 1. Denny Hamlin escapes the fray as the red flag comes out. Off of turn number 4, everyone stopped as Chris Buescher is just nailed up against that outside retaining wall. Let's see what happened here on the restart. You saw the 5 into the 17. I think Buescher might have just lost some sort of gearing on, like, missed a gear or something. I don't know what it was, but just sent that car pirouetting there as someone made contact with him. And look at all that black oil just leaking out of the front end of that 17. You see the 3 car get into him off the turn number 4. And Chase Elliott, we're going to take a look at what happened to him. I don't know what happened to that 9 car coming off the corner. Maybe he was trying to escape something here. See the 3 gets into the 17, into the 11, and look at the 9 car. Yeah, it looks like he had just way too much speed coming out of turn number 4 and had to avoid all the cars ahead of him and went to the inside, and, well, there was the 17. Boom, big hit right there. Look at the 6 that Keselowski avoided his teammate, threading the needle through the middle there. As Denny Hamlin will be able to be the lone survivor from this, as they have put down a ton of speedy dry in turns 1 and 2 to kind of pick up some of that oil. You see the 17, the culprit of all of that there, heavy damage to that race car sitting in the infield. As Ty Gibbs and company is going to lead everyone back around. When they hit this kitty litter down into turn 1, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Will they be able to keep grip underneath their race cars? 4 laps will remain on the restart. It's going to be a good one. And back into the gears we go. Green flags back in the air. Count on one hand. 4 to go. Down to turn 1. No, there goes the 54th racetrack. And here comes Bubba Wallace to the point. Ryan Blaney now taking advantage as well. Down to turn 3. Bubba to the top side. Bumper to the 12th car. Larson now to second as Bubba Wallace leads. 3 laps to go. Larson to the top side. He's into the wall. 3 wide for third. A little more contact there. Blaney in the middle as Chastain and Truex come out of nowhere. They're in a second and third now as Bubba Wallace trying to run away and get a second win this season. But Bubba Wallace is going to have to fight the 19 and Truex, who just got by Chastain down to turn 3. Here comes Truex high. He'll cross him back over. Half a mile to go. Down to turn 1. Truex with the point. Bubba lays the bumper to the 19. They slide on the track. Here comes Chastain to the inside. Down to turn 3. Final time. Here they come. Up the track goes the 1. Off the corner. They beat door handles to the line. And it's Martin Truex Jr. to win here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. What a fantastic finish here in Bristol. Bubba Wallace tried to hold them all off, but he got crossed over there. And Martin Truex Jr. just kept his foot in it and drove away here. A big hit there a couple of times from the water, but it wasn't enough as Martin Truex Jr. burns it down just after announcing his retirement from Cup Series racing. He wins it here at the Bristol Motor Speedway as Ross Chastain comes oh so close to that first Miscraft Cup Series win. And here are your top 10 finishers. John Hunter Nemechek with a fantastic and quiet 10th place. Same for Austin Dillon there. Got into Buescher there to create that second caution of the race. Byron finishes 8th. Joey Logano, a strong finish there in 7th position here today. And Kyle Larson there in the 5 car finishing 6th, just outside the top 5. Ty Gibbs dominated this race early, but comes home 5th after sliding in the kitty litter on the restart there. And then Ryan Blaney slots into 4th. Bubba Wallace will be 3rd here today. And your top 2, Chastain, man, these two had a fantastic battle to the line. And it was Martin Truex Jr. getting the job done here on the checkered flag. Fantastic finish. Fantastic race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. There's your full classification of the top 10 here. What an amazing, Bristol is just such an amazing track here today, giving us some fantastic finishes. And boy, if we can make it the finale for this season, I would not be I would not be opposed, but we've already got ourselves Darlington to compete for the championship here later on this season. Here, as you see the race results here, all the way down to Denny Hamlin, who's involved in that. And a couple of cars not shown are Chase Elliott and Chris Buescher, who were involved in the lap 10 incident. Here are your point standings here as we get close to the chase. Tyler Reddick is now the top of the leaderboard here. Martin Truex Jr. with his win catapults to second. And it's Byron Elliott, Wallace, Busch, McDonald, and Bowman. And it's a 11-point difference there at the cut line. I see a lot of these big names back here. You know, we're still within 15, 20 points back. But Ryan Blaney was 23rd in points coming in. He's now 17th, so he's got a pretty good chunk taken out of that. All right, the fantastic parade of chaos comes next to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Coca-Cola 600. And that is it here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. Thank you all for watching. And we're going to take all the tension and the chaos to the 1.5 miles of Charlotte. But until then, we'll see you next time.